We're just a few short months away from the Democratic National Convention. It is sure to be a massive event that's going to bring thousands of people from all over the country and the world here to Chicago, which is why our next guest warns that being mindful of your safety is paramount. Mike Verdin, founder and CEO of the Lake Forest Group, is joining us in studio. Thanks for being here this morning, Mike.
Good morning. So
the Democratic National Convention has been designated as a national special security event. So what exactly does that mean?
So the acronym is NSSE, and that represents three major branches of the federal government are responsible for the security measures for the convention. The Secret Service is the lead security coordinator. If there is an emergency, the FBI would be in charge, and anything after that would be FEMA for any type of consequence management.
Now, of course, the United Center is right in the middle of a neighborhood. A lot of people live nearby. So what should they be keeping in mind as we get prepared for the convention?
So it won't be business as usual in that area. They're going to have a security zone. Along with that security zone, they're going to have checkpoints for vehicles, checkpoints for people, and there'll be a credentialing system. It'll be very sophisticated. Secret Service is in charge of those credentials, but the residents and business owners they've been canvassing that area, and they're aware of the upcoming security measures.
And you kind of mentioned the businesses there. How is this going to impact their ability to make a living? You know, there's going to be a lot more bodies kind of around there, but there could be some restrictions as well.
Right. There'll be some restrictions. There's always trepidation with an event of this scale, especially with the potential protests and demonstrations. That being said, I know that the DNC encourages businesses to be very vibrant during this time, and they're hoping there's actually a spike in their businesses during the convention week.
Right. And also you did mention the protest just a little bit. We know that's something that's going to be happening during the DNC. So give us an idea of how do all the law enforcement and security kind of prepare for those events?
It starts with a permit process. So if you would like to do a protest, there's a process. You go to City Hall, you get a permit. There's specific areas to protest. And then you do have the coordination between state, local, and federal law enforcement to protect First Amendment rights for civil protest, but also if there's civil disobedience, to counter that. One other red flag right now is the fact some organizations are refusing to get permits.
Yeah, I was going to say, so how do they handle those groups that have already said ahead of the DNC that they're not going to even bother to get a permit?
Well, they've kind of outed themselves, right? I know one organization in particular, so it's like, we know who they are. They will be monitored. The OEMC, the Office of Emergency Management and Communications, will have them under surveillance, whether it's video or audio. They'll be watched, and if they do try to break the law, the assets are in place there to counter that.
And we do know a lot of people from in town and kind of all over the country are going to be here traveling around the UC later this summer. So what do they need to keep in mind to be safe?
Yeah, so you're going to have about 50,000 visitors, and that includes 20,000 media, along with 5,500 delegates and delegate alternates, so they're not familiar with the area. So the terms we use are situational awareness. If you're going to some area in Chicago that you're not familiar with, go to Google Maps, look at the area, be familiar with if there is an emergency, how would I get away from that area? So it's all back to familiarization and knowing, being situational awareness of the areas that you're frequenting.
If somebody's maybe heading to that area, do you suggest that they maybe try to do public transportation or driving? What would be your suggestion?
Yeah, that's a good point. I think public transportation is a good alternate. Now, that being said, there's going to be disruptions to public transportation, to the trains and the buses. And that goes back to, there's 4 platforms right now to be notified. There's one called Notify Chicago, which tells residents about what's going on about the convention, like road closures and parking restrictions. There's also DNC alerts. The DNC puts out information. There's also Shy Biz alerts specifically for Chicago businesses.
Mike, thanks so much for your time this morning. We appreciate those tips for everybody getting ready for the DNC later this summer. Time is now